What's up, guys? It is JBeebs here, and welcome to another episode of the Leyton Orient Road to Glory. Now, if you have looked at the title, you know that it's going to be a first for us this year. 4 seasons in, well, we're about to start the 4th season. We've already gotten 2 promotions so far, so we're going to be in the championship. Championship is regarded as, championship fans put it above some of the first divisions in many countries, but it's going to be a tough league because I think it is pretty even. Like, I think there's usually 2 or 3 teams that are like way above everyone else. But I think relegation, it could be anyone. I really hope it's not us. I mean, if we get relegated, I might just quit. But that should not happen, and let's hope it doesn't. So this is how the team is looking heading into things. Just looking at pure overalls, looking at the team. The only thing I'm concerned about, probably for the rest of the time that we're in the championship, is the defense. Hap, 71 overall, he's not really going to be improving at all, I don't think. Dynamic potential could do a little bit, but I just don't think it's going to do a lot. Jacobson, Holst, and Fabry are all young and have high potentials, but they might be too bad too early. That could really hurt us, which then puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and if they don't do well, then our defense is under pressure, and we're just going to get screwed. I mean, Deskonski in goal he's a rock, but it's going to be tough. Which is why I'm sending our first youth scout into Canada for 6 months to just get us some defensive-minded players. Just get us some defenders. We just need to bolster that youth academy, get the defense going, find some diamonds in the roughs, maybe find the next Alphonso Davies. Just get some players that we can hopefully insert quickly and have them perform well. I'm doing the same for our scout in the United States. 6 months, defensive-minded players. But our final scout in Mexico is going to go for some technical players, you know. And you don't want to purely focus on the defense. It is also nice to get a young core of offensive players cycling through. But now we're about to get into the first game in the championship against Portsmouth, who we beat in the last season. We finished first in the league. They finished second, so it's a pretty easy first game, hopefully. And the team is exactly how you saw. Let's just hope we can win. So here are the highlights.
And he's broken free. Surely. And it goes. And they need to get tighter here. Surely. Oh, a moment. The high press was on, and the chance is on. It's there for him. There it is. Surely. And it goes. Well, space if he goes inside. And this time.
A beautiful victory, a beautiful 4-2 win. And specifically, I want to look at the shots on target. We both had 5 shots on target, but we won the game 4-2. Our front 3 is so clinical. And Deskonski in goal is actually doing a pretty good job of saving shots. So, I mean, our defense, I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue if we're scoring 4 goals every single game. Like, if we win every game 4-2, I really won't care. I won't be like complaining like, oh, our defense needs to do better. We could easily be winning 4-0. Like, no, let's just win 4-2. So, you know, I was talking about getting those players from Canada, start right away. Mike Edwards, the Canadian right back, 67 defending, 70 physical, 65 pace, 4-star. This man, exactly what I was looking for. The right back situation is solved. Center back is pretty easy to do because most of the guys you get back in these scouting reports could easily be a center back. So we now have essentially our future right back and left back. Hap, good center back for now. Just that other center back position I think is really the only thing we need to worry about. I mean, Edwards does only have 63 to 87 potential, but let's just say I may or may not have some insider knowledge. I may or may not have already finished this series and I'm going back and recording it. And let's just say he may or may not be a huge player for us in the future. So, just saying, you may or may not want to listen to that. And to help solve the center back problem, I'm bringing in the American from DC United, Donovan Pines. The dude is a physical beast. He's extremely tall, extremely fast, and strong. So he should, I think he's the missing piece to our defense. So with the promotion of Edwards, that means Holst no longer has a job, and he is going to be sold to Spanish side CD Tondela for 1.3 mil. Enjoyed it while it lasted, but we've got a star in the making. Clausen has been loaned out to Swiss side FC Basel for 1 year. Just getting rid of these guys that aren't going to be playing so they can go play and then come back and hopefully help us. So Lars Jacobsen, who was the starting center back if you remember, he's going out on a 1-year loan to Turkish side Başakşehir. I don't know. He's going there on a 1-year loan. Just wasn't going to be playing, and he has really high potential, and I don't want to hurt that. So Hector Kayrimpinu will be joining Jacobsen at that Turkish club, but not until the transfer window opens, because it's now September 15th, and he's going on a short loan because, I'm going to be honest, he's not playing as much as I was hoping he would, or honestly how much he was hoping he would be, so that is why he is leaving. Patrick Norden will also be going on a short loan once the transfer window opens to Bristol City. I mean, they're championship rivals, but I mean, we're going to see them like once every 2 games. Like if we play 2 games against them, we probably won't even start for them. So just be nice for him to go out there, get some extra experience. Nicolas Dam has been sold to Belgian side XL Moerskron. I believe are they Belgian? I think so. Yeah, for 1.3 million. Tough to see him go, but I do not mind getting some extra money. Nicolas Orlando will be going to French side Rodez AF for 1.2 mil. Again, don't mind the extra money. Chabi Otero will be going to Spanish side CD Mirandes for 1.15 million. Just never really, I don't think I ever used him, so he just wasn't going to fit in. Sell him, we'll get some nice money. And in the table right now, we're 4th. So right now, we would be in the promotion playoffs. There's a legit, realistic chance we're in the Premier League next season. It's a little bit scary, but there's a very good chance it happens. So you guys need to hit that subscribe button, and you can turn the bell on if you want to. I really don't care. I post once every day, so do what you want to do, but make sure you tune in tomorrow to see, are we going to go to the Premier League? So, make sure you guys check out the next episode. I don't have anything else left to say, except thank you for watching, and it is J Beebs signing off. What's up guys, it is J Beebs here, and welcome to another episode of the Leyton Orient Road to Glory. This is the 8th episode. Each episode is half a season, so this is the second half of the 4th season. And as you can tell from the title, I'm not going to spoil anything. Let's just say we may or we may not be going into the Premier League at the end of this episode. So, I'm going to tease you a little bit, make you watch along. So, starting things off with Youth Academy. First scout is going to Slovenia for 6 months just to get us some defensive-minded players. Because really, if you watched the last episode, you'll see that's really the only position group we're lacking in. Our second scout is going to Slovakia for 6 months to get us some physically strong players. Just because, I mean, it really just gives you that the spine, defensive mids, center back, strikers. So it's always nice to have a good plethora of those positions. And our final scout is going to Serbia for 6 months to get us some attackers. So Marco Guedes has been sold to French side USL Dunkerque for $510,000. Give myself a nice chance, a little self-plug. I did a career mode series with them on FIFA 21. So playlist, you'll find it. But yeah. But now we have our game in the 5th round of the FA Cup, the round we got knocked out in last season against another Premier League side. We're facing off against Sheffield United. And this is the lineup. Dajkonski is our goalkeeper. Pines and Happ are the center backs. Edwards, Fabry, outside backs. Grgic, Shibato are the defensive mids. Tavares, Mabimbi, outside mids. Morera is the attacking mid. And Javi Cueto is the striker. So here are the highlights from that game.
Can they take the lead here? A goal in the early... Oh, a nice looking pass. Well, now in a dangerous position. And it... Well, they know they need to stop him. Can he do it? There it is!
So don't ask me how. Despite them having 6 shots on target, us only having 4, we won the game 3-0. We are the ones going to the next round of the FA Cup, not the Premier League side Sheffield United. I mean, really surprising, but this seems to be a trend with us in the FA Cup. We seem to be doing pretty well getting these upsets, so hopefully this is a trend heading forward. So Martin Skovgaard, a right back we just promoted last episode, I think, earlier this season, has been sold to KV McKellen for 2.6 mil. He isn't playing anymore. Edwards is the starter. Give me my money. And now we have another FA Cup game, this time in the 6th round against Leeds United. The team is the exact same, and hopefully we get the same exact result.
Can they forge ahead? They do! And you... A really sumptuous ball. Still possibilities. In it goes! A long way out. And he... Danger. A goal! And a...
That was not the case. They smashed us 4-0. I mean, tough game, it's going to happen. I mean, we were going to get knocked out at some point. We are not good enough, I think, to be going any further. It was bound to happen. We were done with the lucky draws. And, unfortunately, it was this way. And a little bit of a preview for the next... for the rest of the series. We faced this Leeds United team just about once every episode, whether it be in the Cup or in domestic play. So there's going to be a little bit of a rivalry. Just keep that in the back of your mind as you watch the rest of this series. So Thomas Anderson, he's a striker that's been in our youth academy for quite some time now. But he was 15 years old, couldn't send him up. But now he's 16 years old. I mean, he's got good speed, good physical. Shooting's not the greatest, but development plans on him, working on that. He has the physical attributes. Now we just need to work on the technical abilities, and he could be one of our best players. So, in the championship, we ended up finishing 3rd, which means no automatic promotion, but we are in the promotion playoffs. And we will be facing off against Birmingham City. I don't remember how well we did against any of these teams in the league, but I do know once we get in the playoffs, anything can happen. And in the first leg, we beat Birmingham City 2-0. I simmed it. Didn't think we really needed to play the game. I mean, Fuentes, Javi Cueto both got goals. And in the second leg, I again simmed that game because I didn't think I needed to play it. And we won 1-0. Could have been 2-0 if Javi Cueto didn't miss a penalty. That means we're in the promotion playoff final against Cardiff City, who aren't even in England. It's kind of stupid, but regardless, we have a chance to go to the Premier League. If we just win our next game, we will go to the Premier League. And to show you how well we're doing, Piemonte Calcio / Juventus have offered us the role as their manager. I would love to see what would happen if this happened in real life. Like, imagine Juventus offering a contract to someone who has yet to get promoted to the Premier League, first off, in the championship. But, like, it's just, really? Like, really, come on. Like, this FIFA, let's be a little bit more realistic here. But we now have that game. We're at Wembley against Cardiff City. promotion playoff final. Their team, they play a 5-2-1-2. Going to have to watch out for Pookie. I mean, he's a beast. Everyone knows that. If he's in form, then he is going to be a weapon. And this is our team. Same lineup we've been using all season. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I'm going with. And hopefully, just hopefully, we can win this game.
This could square the game. And that's exactly what has transpired. Now, that could be a massive turning point, and momentum is with them. Great opportunity. Teammates in the middle. And a goal! I'll tell you what, they're going to be very hard to catch now. Name on the trophy, maybe. It should be. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. Could reduce the deficit. Oh, and it goes! Another goal! And I'll tell you what, the impossible is becoming quite possible. And they could do damage. Can he convert? Well, it's astonishing. A very unlikely comeback. But now they are level. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Surely. A colossal goal. And could it be the goal that will get...
So in a 9-goal thriller, we have won 5-4. Look at that. Leyton Orient Championship Playoffs champions. It's a big accomplishment. But what really matters, we're in the Premier League. After 4 seasons, we've won promotion to the Premier League. I mean, the first season we went up, the second season we did not go up, but this is back-to-back promotions. Very scary. The Premier League's really tough. Our squad is not that great. We're still a very good side. But next season is going to be a challenge for us. But looking at the standings again, we finished 3rd at actually a pretty decent goal difference. But, I mean, we weren't going to get automatic. In the 6th round of the FA Cup, we lost that game against Leeds United 4-0. In the Carabao Cup, didn't even care about it. Didn't even stand a chance. We faced Spurs in the 3rd round, lost 3-0. And obviously, the most important result, I think, of just about this entire series so far was that 5-4 win against Cardiff City in the promotion playoff final. So looking at the appearances for the club, Daikonski, Fabry, Marrero, and Cueto appeared in every single game. Hap, Grgic, Tavares, Mabimbi, Shibato appeared in just about all of them as well. Javi Cueto scored 40 goals in 61 appearances. That is absolutely insane. I mean, from such a young striker as well, he's going to be world class one day. You wait. Tavares and Morera also helped him with 19 goals respectively, and Mbimbi got 13. So nice to see that front four is being quite productive. Tavares ended up being our leading assister. He had 17 assists. Javi Cueto also had 12 assists despite scoring 40 goals. Morera had 10 and 19. And Grgic and Shibato both had 8. So, considering the fact they're playing defensive mids, I would consider that quite an accomplishment. So, just looking at the value of our players. Mbimbi is now valued at 83.5 mil. Cueto and Tavares at 63 and 62.5 mil respectively. Morera 24.5. So those four guys, really the four guys that carry this offense, values I think are all very good. Potential's very good. Low wage since they're all, I signed them all young and cheap or youth academy. All have to renew all their contracts next season, but I don't think they're going to be asking for a bunch of money, which is absolutely perfect because we can then save more money, do some more transfers, and life just goes on. But Cueto actually got the golden boot in the championship. 25 goals in 46 matches. 2 clear of the second place. And hopefully this is not the first time, or this is not the last time he gets the golden boot. So this season, the club wanted us to finish mid-table. Well, guess what? We got promoted to the Premier League. They wanted us to reach the round of 32 stage in the FA Cup. We got to the 6th round. Again, proving them wrong. Carabao Cup, 3rd round. Championships, we got promoted. We did not win Manager of the Month at all, nor Manager of the Year. I think we deserve to get Manager of the Year, but who am I to say anything? The highest transfer fee that we paid was for Pines, that $4.95 million deal, and our biggest transfer fee we received was for Solheim on $2.2 million. This season, we played a total of 61 games. We won 35, drew 15, lost 11, but we scored 104 goals, and we only allowed 66. So we have now won, I don't know why it still says 1 league title. We won 2. We had our biggest defeat. We lost 4-0 to Leeds. But we've played now 238 games. We've won 125, drawn 50, lost 63. We've scored an astonishing 375 goals while only allowing 263. But yeah, guys, that's it for this episode. Next episode, the Premier League. Boy, is that going to be tough. It's going to be a struggle regardless, but especially seeing where the team's at, definitely have to bring in some defenders. I don't think we need to touch the offense at all. They just got to be young and improve. It's going to be tough. Next season, I think the only goal will be to survive relegation. I think that is a very realistic goal as well. But that's it for today. Check out all my socials down below. Also have a link for the rest of the series. If you haven't been watching along, go ahead, start from episode 1. Trust me, quite a good journey. Also, my first ever FIFA series and first ever video, Cambridge United, Road to Glory. Did it similar style, similar format. That was back on FIFA 20. So if you want to go check that out, feel free to do so. But I don't think there's anything else left to say except thank you for watching. And it is J Beebs signing off. What's up, guys? It is J Beebs here, and welcome to another episode of the Leyton Orient Road to Glory. Big episode today because of the big episode yesterday. If you did not watch the last episode, I recommend you go do it now. Probably the biggest episode and most important episode so far, and you will not understand a single thing that's going on in this episode if you did not watch the last one. But if you have, thank you for watching, and here's the next episode. So we're starting off with promoting some players from the Youth Academy. First of which is this man, Becco. 89 to 94 potential, center back or center mid. I made him to center back. Good high defensive work rate. Decent defending, good physical, so I'm telling you now, he's going to be a key player for us in the future. Next is Simon Resnick, 67 overall center back, 63 to 83 potential, Doesn't really have what I'm looking for, but he's got high overall, probably good value. Should be able to sell him for a very good sum of money. Then there's Lojzi Bakar, the right back who was originally a defensive mid. I switched him there. He's got 69 defending. He should not be playing in the midfield. He should be a solid right back for us. High defensive work rate. Could be a good backup for Edwards, maybe even start over him one day. Who knows? Next is Dragutin Koser, the left back from Slovenia. Was originally a center mid, but now I've switched him into that left back position. I mean, he's decent potential, 79, 87. Probably won't be anything special, but could be a good backup for us. Next up is the Mexican striker Iago Pineda. I mean, he's 5'10", not exactly the biggest of strikers, but he's got good pace, really good shooting. Honestly, just got to improve some other things, and this dude could be again, backup. He's not starting over Cueto. Let's all be honest here. Any of these attacking substitutes won't be making any starting appearances. It'll just be to be a solid backup. And Kamil Kovar is another striker that is a backup. He's 6'1" and he's very quick. So I think if I can, have the mobile striker development plan on him, hopefully train him up and make him be a lot quicker, a little bit more dynamic, could be a nice player off the bench. Just give us something a little bit different. Then there's Samuel Palomino, attacking mid, only 79 to 85 potential, 62 overall. At this stage, really bad player for us, but he will bring us in, I'd say probably 2 or 3 million just because of his overall potential, so probably promote him and sell him. So now that that is done and over with, we're going to send out our scouts out to actually scout. So our first one is going to Ghana for 6 months to get some defenders. The second one's going to the Ivory Coast for 6 months to get some playmakers. And the final scout is going to Cameroon for 6 months to get us some defensively minded players. So we have made our first transfer deal of the new season. Marcus Lee is going to Real Salt Lake for 1.55 mil. I actually think this might have been on a loan to buy offer because the way the MLS is, it's the end of their season or the middle of their season. I don't know. Either way, he's gone. Won't miss him. So Veco is going out on a 2-year loan to Portuguese side Portimonense SC. Like I said, he's going to be a good player, but you saw he's not good enough to be starting right now. But down the road, I truly expect him to be a good player for us. Konstantin Nielsen has left the club to join Randers FC in Denmark for 3.1 million. He wasn't going to be playing, so I don't mind getting an extra 2.2 million added to the budget. So the first big signing, Jean-Claire Todibo, French center back, bought him from Wolfsburg, 44.2 mil. Now obviously we're up in the Premier League now. The defense needs these boosts, and he will hopefully be that player that we need. He also has the leadership trait, so he's going to be our captain. He's young, he's only 24, so I think this is a really good transfer. So Malth Anderson has been sold to Stoke City. He's departing for a little over 2 million. Won't miss him. Andreas Henriksen is going to Dutch side Vitesse for 2.5 mil. Won't mind that. And now we have our first game in the Premier League as we are facing off at Watford's home stadium.
Pretty well balanced this formation, Lee.
Yeah, it can be a 4-2-3-1 in the offensive mode, but it can also go back to a 4-5-1 when you're defending. The lone striker will be supported by the three just behind him.
So yeah, I don't normally do that style of lineup intro, but I just wanted to see the lineup display. I thought it was pretty cool. So, but this is how the team is going to look. We're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1, same thing we've been doing. Deskonski is the keeper. Hap and Todibo are the two center backs. Bakar is in for Edwards because I believe he's injured right now. Fabry is the left back. Shibato and Gergic are the two defensive mids. Tavares, Mabimbi on the wings. Morera the attacking mid, and Cueto as our striker. So not much has really changed since last season, but I hope we don't need to change that much. But here are the highlights.
They could nudge in front and begging to be put away. Will it be? And a goal! broken free. And there it is. Well, can they be creative from here? Good looking cross. Oh, tremendous goal. Can he put it away? Oh, that is a...
Leyton Orient are shocking the world yet again. First game in the Prem, 4-1 victory over Watford. Very well deserved. I mean, you could just look at the goal scoring heat map. There was one area I just kept hitting, kept exploiting, and it kept working out for us. So, I mean, honestly, in the Premier League, we're not going to be really able to dictate the game, I don't think. I think we're just going to have to take advantage of the small opportunities that we get until the team gets bigger and better. So, Donovan Pines, the center back who was our starter last season but is now out because of Todibo. I've sold him to Dusseldorf for 5.9 mil. I think it was a pretty good deal of business. He just wasn't going to be playing. Hate to see him go, but he did very well for us the last couple of years. So Lars Jacobsen is going to be going on a 2-year loan to Dutch side AZ. Very high potential. Don't know what I exactly want to do with him right now. I also don't know what I should do with him, like playing wise, so I'm just loaning him out for 2 years. We'll see what happens then. So Mike Edwards, the Canadian right back for us, is actually, after being out, I don't even think he was suspended. I think I just didn't want to play him. He's going on a 1-year loan to Portuguese side SL Benfica, just because I think Bakar is an exciting prospect. Edwards is showing great potential. They're not that different in overall. So Edwards will ultimately be leaving the club. Just for a year though. So Mattia Ferry is joining Spanish side UD Almeria for 4 mil. I don't know what it is. It's just not going to work out with him. So he is going to be departing. Patrick Norden will be joining Rio Ave FC for 4.7 mil. Again, it's just not going to work out with him. Hector Kyrampanu, one of the few original players still at the club, is going to be, once the transfer window opens, going on a short loan move to Danish side KRC Genk. They might even be in the Europa League, so he should be getting some very good playing experience. And I want to keep him around, but he wants to be playing more, and he's just not good enough to do so. So Iago Pineda, once the transfer window opens, will also be going on a loan move to Argentinian side Huracan for just a short move rest of the season. He's asked to play a lot. I'm not playing him because obviously he's not good enough. So, see you later. Thomas Anderson is going to be going on a 2-year loan to KV Oostende. Nothing really specific with this loan move. He's got high potential. Send him out for 2 years. Just come back when you're ready. So Simon Hermanson is going to Kayakor Rizapor for 2 mil. As again, we're just kind of flushing out the youth academy. And we've got some bad news. Bakar, the starting right back, and I loaned away a potential backup. He broke his ankle and he's going to be out for 3 months. This is happening on November 23rd. So obviously, some big FA Cup games are going to be coming up soon, and not having him could be a big issue. Sergio Fuentes is going on a 2-year loan to Nîmes Olympique. I believe they're French. Once the transfer window opens, actually, it would happen on Christmas, so Merry Christmas, you get to go out on loan. So, one player that's going to be joining us from the Youth Academy, because again, obviously you saw we sold so many players, we need a little bit more depth, is Tichy, the Slovakian left back, 73 to 79 potential, not that good, but he's a 63 overall, and he's 18 years old. He has to come up, why not? Peter Morris will also be joining the first team, 18-year-old American center back, 82 to 88 potential, not the greatest, but we need depth. And Vladko Komlajenovic, a 59 overall attacking mid with 88 to 94 potential. I think it's pretty safe to say I don't have an issue promoting him. Don't know how much he'll play, probably send him out on loan. Just because, I mean, that potential is really, really good. And he could replace Morera, because I'm not exactly too keen on him, but I still prefer him over anybody else. And Tomáš Ivanek is also joining the first team, 6'3" defensive mid, 86 to 92 potential. Again, just like the last player, really good, but he's just not gonna be playing right now. So we're in trouble because about to enter the month of January, we're in the relegation zone. We are going to be going down. We're only 3 points off of being safe and 6 points off of what looks like bottom to mid table. So it could be a lot worse. We're not in a good position, but it's still halfway through the season. Our team's really young. The players are still growing, improving. But guys, that is it for today. I hope you guys all have enjoyed. Hopefully next episode we get out of relegation zone, do well in the FA Cup, and our players keep improving. If you guys have enjoyed this series, in the description down below you can watch the rest of it if you want. But if you want something different, watch my first ever series, Cambridge United FIFA 20 Road to Glory. It was a pretty good journey. But I hope you guys all have enjoyed, and it is J Beebs signing off. What's up guys, it is J Beebs here, and welcome to another episode of the Leyton Orient Road to Glory. Last episode was our first season in the Prem. A lot of transfers happened. The league happened. We're not doing so hot in the league, so we really need to bounce back in this next half of season, honestly, if we want to survive. So before we get into anything, Youth Academy. First scout is going to Egypt for 6 months, just to find me some players. Second scout is going to Turkey for 6 months, just to find me some players. And the final scout is going to Saudi Arabia for 6 months, just to find me some players, as we're getting some players from the Middle East. We now have a relatively big game in the FA Cup. We're hosting Aston Villa in the 3rd round. And this is the lineup. Deskonski's the goalkeeper, Todibo Hap center backs, Resnick right back, Fabry left back, Gergic Shibato defensive mids, Tavares Mabimbi outside mids, Moreira is the attacking mid, and Cueto is the striker up top. And let's hope with this team we can perform well. So here are the highlights.
In behind them, a glorious chance. There it is, and just the ideal start. And confidently converted. Can he put it away? And a goal to delight the fans. Just what they were hoping for. He might be through here. Real chance. Oh, can you believe this? Back from the brink and big opportunity. It's in, and this really takes your breath away. A comeback and a half. Williams. Could be. And a goal to level the top late on here. Just look at the reaction. Can they forge ahead? Yes is the answer. And that could be oh so important.
Safe to say we performed pretty well, offensively. Defensively, not so much. This is pretty much the pure definition of a shootout. 5-4 victory. We somehow only had 4 shots on target, but we scored 5 goals. Don't ask me how. But we ended up winning the game. I don't really have anything else to say except this is concerning about our potential cup run that I was hoping to make, but based on this result, might not happen. So, Jan Bjork has been sold to IFK Norrköping. I believe they're in Sweden. Yeah, he's going back to his home country for 1.35 mil on transfer deadline day, so pretty big deal. So, starting next season, Vlatko Kolmajenovic, who was promoted in the last episode, is going to be going on a one-year loan move to Kara Gumruk SK. Wanted to send him out for 2 years, but it just didn't work out. So, Tomasz Ivanovic is going to be going on a one-year loan move once the season opens, just like Kolmajenovic, and he's going to Swiss side FC Zurich. Who knows? I mean, they're a pretty decent club. He could get some pretty good playing time. So we now have the FA Cup game against Manchester City. 5th round, 4th round was a breeze. I think we faced a championship club. But, I mean, this is Man City. This is a big deal. This is top dog. The lineup is the exact same from the last game, except for the fact that Bakar, back from injury, which he sustained the last episode, is in the starting spot. And let's hope in these highlights we can win. But I thought I'd do something I don't always do first. Show you guys the lineups of, just when I face them every once in a while, the big teams. So Man City's team is stacked. Stefan in goal, Skriniar and Stone center backs. I don't know who Lagos is, but I know Jose Gaia is a very good player. They have Leon Goretzka at defensive mid, De Bruyne's still there. I mean, they got Ferran Torres right wing, Raheem Sterling left wing, and Martinez at striker. So this is probably one of the best built teams I've seen in career mode history. So it's going to be tough to win.
And a goal! Teammate available. It's gone in! Excellent block. Martinez. Opportunity here. And it goes! Sterling. Martinez. And it goes! It should be! And it...
It was definitely tough to win. They killed us, especially with their style of play versus our style of play. We pretty much prefer to counterattack. They love it, because that means they get possession of the ball forever. I mean, they won 5-1. They were the better team. You saw that lineup. They're probably Champions League favorites. There's nothing we could have done. Hats off to Man City. And our FA Cup run is over. So joining the first team from the Youth Academy is Peter Havlicek. 64 overall, 81 to 87 potential. Pretty good center back. I don't know how much he's going to play. Depends on how much he grows on his own. So Samuel Palomino is going on a one-year loan move next season to Barnsley, who are in the Championship. I think they got relegated, but they got sent back up. He's just not playing, so things are going to happen. So Daniel Koyate is going to be the next player joining the first team. 75 to 81 potential. Not exactly the greatest, but he has to be called up, and he's good enough, so I think he deserves it. So Nasir Syed will also be joining the first team. He's 63 overall, 68, 80 potential. I'm just going to sell him for some money down the road. So next player is Kofi Tete. 6'1" left back from Ghana, 84, 94 potential, 62 overall. Probably going to keep him around. He'll probably obviously go on multiple loan spells to get some playing time, find himself as a player, but I do fully intend on using him in the future. So next, joining the first team is Innocent Guede. I mean, again, 83 to 93 potential. Not going to use him now. Use him in the future. Go on some loan spells. Come back good. So Iago Pineda on his loan move. The club has decided they're going to buy him from us. So he's going to be going to Huracan for 1.8 mil. Will not be missed, honestly. So in the Premier League, we somehow managed to not get relegated. The last game didn't matter. I was saving up. I was going to play it. big game, but Brighton played, I think, a couple of hours before us, so we already knew the result. So that's why I did not have the game highlights here. Wanted to play it for you guys, but at the end didn't need to. So we survived relegation by a point. Not good, but we're still up in the Premier League. Next season, hopefully with a bigger budget, we can stay up. So again, in the FA Cup, in that we made it to the 5th round, but we did get knocked out by Manchester City, 5-1. In the Carabao Cup, we got knocked out in the 4th round by Blackburn Rovers, 3-2. I don't care about the GAT Cup, so that's why we lost. So, Deskonski appeared in 47 total games this season, far more than anyone else. And surprisingly, he got an assist. I do not know when that was, but he got an assist. Just wanted to share that information. So the top goal scorer was our attacking mid, Fabio Moreira, with 13. Cueto finished in 2nd with 11, and Mabimbi with 8. Definitely the lowest goal scoring tally I've ever had. So Javi Cueto led the team with 6 assists. Tavares and Mabimbi both finished with 5. Shabato 4, Grgic Moreira 3. So, I mean, pretty decent all-around effort. But the biggest thing is how much our players have improved. Mabimbi is now valued at $175.5 million. Tavares is at $117 million. Cueto $91.5, and Moreira $50 million. So these young guys are improving continuously and constantly, which is exactly what we need from them. So this season, the club wanted us to avoid relegation. We barely did. They wanted us to reach the round of 32 stage in the FA Cup. We did better. Round 4 of the Carabao Cup. Did not win Manager of the Month or Manager of the Year, unsurprisingly. Todibo was the biggest player we brought in, and the only player at 44.2 mil. Pines was the biggest transfer offer we received for 5.9 mil. We played 47 games, won 11, drew 14, lost 22, scored 50 goals, allowed 70. Definitely our worst statistical season on record so far, but it's kind of expected in the position we're in. So we now total have won 2 league titles. I don't know why it always says 1. We got a new biggest defeat, that 5-1 loss to Man City. We've played now 285 games, won 136, drawn 64, lost 85. We scored 425 goals and allowed 333. So that is going to be it from me for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We somehow stayed up. Hopefully we get a big transfer budget next season, because we do need to bolster the defense. And we need to have a certain amount of money in order to do so. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It was really concerning this entire season. I mean, if we got relegated, I'd assume we would have been fired, but I don't know, because I've never been relegated. But yeah, it would have been pretty interesting to see if we did get relegated. Would we have been fired? And if we didn't get fired, how much we would dominate the championship. But that's it for me for today. If you guys have enjoyed, check out the rest of the series down below, or check out my channel for some other FIFA content. But it is JBeebs signing off. What's up, guys? It is JBeebs here, and welcome to another episode of the Leyton Orient Road to Glory. Last episode was a seemingly unnecessary, it should have been unnecessary, but somehow it was an extremely tough end of the season. If you did not watch it, I'll give you a 5-second spoiler warning. We survived relegation by a single point. I don't know why it was that close. I think we were just a little bit too bad, really, to be contenders. I was hoping for maybe like 14th or 13th place. I didn't think we were going to do all that good, but I didn't expect us to almost do that badly. But regardless, this should be a good bounce back episode for us. So I'm kind of looking to change up how the team lines up. So now we've got some players back in from loan. You know, the team looks a little bit different. but I want to line up in this 4-1-4-1. I want Deskonski in goal, Todibo, Hap the center backs, Edwards, Fabry outside backs. Back line is good. But the midfield changes a little bit. I want Gergic to play defensive mid, but I want Moreira and Abrahamson, who just returned on loan, to play as center mids. A little bit questionable. I mean, Abraham is naturally right mid, but he's got really good passing, really good dribbling, and not exactly the greatest pace, so I think he'd fit perfectly in a center mid role. Just put a development plan on him to change him to center mid, and then keep Tavares, Mabimbi on the wings, and Cueto as our striker. So this is what I'm kind of thinking I'm leaning towards. So with the Youth Academy, just to keep things going, one of our scouts is going to Germany for 9 months for anybody, because at this point, not really looking for specifics. Another scout's going to the Netherlands for 9 months, again, not looking for specifics. And our third scout's going to Belgium just for 9 months. But then we got some bad news. I was renewing contracts last season because players, I mean, they're running out of time. Their contracts are running out. And I put a release, there was Fabio Moreira, the center mid, the starting attacking mid for us for the last couple of seasons, asked for a release clause. I didn't think it would be any issue because like I've said in a couple of the previous episodes, I haven't really gone far in a FIFA 21 career mode. So I remember in FIFA 20, the minute you would get the notification that their transfer fee, their release clause was paid, you could just go negotiate a new contract, done and over with. But I've learned that's no longer the case. I didn't realize that until this offer came through. I forgot he even had one. But Aston Villa have put in a $53.5 million. It's just so sad because Moreira, he's one of the better players at the club. Like him, Babimbi, Tavares, and Cueto, those front four, that was one of the most dynamic front fours I've probably ever had. They were going to be the best in the world together. But Aston Villa's paid his release clause. They're in what is now the top 6 just because of how things have worked out. And I honestly don't see him not coming back. I think he's going to leave. And 5 days later, he did in fact leave. Really, really disappointing that we lost him, especially for as little as he did. I mean, we probably could have stretched him for like 65, 70 million, but he's gone, and we're gonna have to live with that. So now this is how I think I'm going to be lining up the team. Switching to a 5-2-1-2. Deskonski's the goalkeeper, Hap, Todibo, and Gunderson center backs, Edwards, Fabry wing backs, Gergic, Shabato center mids, Tavares attacking mid, but Bimbi, Cueto at strikers. I'm not too happy about this formation. I just don't think it fits our players that well. But when you lose a pretty vital piece to the puzzle, you have to switch things up pretty quickly. And switching things up even more quickly, Nikolai Gunderson is going out on a loan to German side Stuttgart. I believe they're in the Premier League still. This loan was agreed upon, as you can see, based on the dates, 1 day before Moreira actually was sold. I still had hope Moreira for some reason would decline to go, but he's gone, and we're kind of in a little bit of a hole. And to fill that hole, I am signing Manuel Akanjani, Swiss center back, bottom for 41.5 mil, 83 overall. He'll be excellent. So will Jason Denayer, 33.1 million. Let's go. We fixed the team essentially. Because this is how we were lining up. Deskonski's in goal, Todibo, Akanji, and Denayer center backs, Edwards, Fabry wing backs. The front 5 is still the same, but that defense is now a legit Premier League defense. I mean, I'm not talking like world-class defense, but I think solid mid-table defense. But, I mean, when life gives you lemons, you gotta make lemonade. Moreira got sold, but that extra 46 million was I greatly enjoyed, because we just got 2 new stud center backs, and hopefully now things will go better for us in the future. But we now have our first game of the season against what has turned into an unexpected rivalry against Leeds United. The team is the exact same as you just saw. No changes needed to be made. And now let's get into the match highlights.
Can he put them in front? Yes, is the big chance to get them on terms. And it's a goal. Level. He's in with a chance. Has a go. Can he finish them off? He's done it. What a climax.
A beautiful 3-1 victory. I would consider this a statement game. We may have just lost one of our younger, more promising players, but we have a solid defense and a quick, technical offense. We got 11 shots on target. Granted, only 3 of them were goals, but that's a little concerning. But 11 shots on target, 12 shots in total. The team looks really good. But again, this is just the first game of the season, and I try not to read too much into this, but evidently I read too much into this. I think we're going to win everything. So, Simon Resnick is going on a 1-year loan to Italian side Sampdoria. He just doesn't fit in. He doesn't also have the highest of potentials, so I'm hoping that he can leave this year. Maybe next year he comes back and he's our solidified backup center back. But just right now, with the current players we have, he'd just be sitting on the bench, not seeing the field at all, and that's not exactly what I want for our young players. So Kofi Tete is going to go to a 2-year loan move to FC Cincinnati. It's a loan to buy. I'm assuming that they'll probably buy him because he's got pretty good potential, but can't blame him for wanting to go, get some playing time, and hopefully turn into a star over there. And going to be promoting a player from the Youth Academy, Sasha Yager, 63 overall goalkeeper, 82 to 94 potential. Will probably be just a solid backup goalkeeper, but it never hurts to have a solid number 2 goalkeeper. But in the league, we're only in 15th. But where I kind of expected us mid-table, which I'd really call 13th or even 14th place, we're only 4 points off of 13th. So, yes, we are also only 6 points above relegation. We're also only just off of where I really want to finish. So I don't feel that bad about where we are. I think we're in a good spot, and hopefully, just hopefully, we can finish in a higher spot. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it from me for today. I think a pretty good episode. I think the Moreira transfer was, I don't know how to feel about it. I think we'll just have to wait and see how things go. Maybe I bring him back one day. I don't know. It was certainly a interesting curveball that kind of threw all my plans out the window. But who knows? It could end up being worth it. But that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys all have enjoyed, and it is J Beebs signing off. What is up, guys? It is J Beebs here, and welcome to another episode of the Leyton Orient Road to Glory. Really big, really long episode today, and the last episode was so crucial in order for this episode to end up being so crucial. So if you did not see the last episode, I'm going to give you a couple seconds quickly. Go watch it now. But basically what we did is we lost one of our starting players. But with the money we got from his transfer and just the money we had just available just because of our regular transfer budget, I was able to bring in 2 new studs. So we lost 1 player to gain 2 new players. Don't know how I feel about it, but at this point I think I'm actually kind of glad that happened. And in this episode, I think things get pretty real. So I'm done blabbing, let's get into it. So we're starting things off with Patrick Abrahamson. He was a player that I was planning on using a lot this season until we had to sell that 1 player, and it just kind of transfers just kind of screwed me over a little bit. But he's going to be going on a short loan move for the rest of the season to Getafe. Again, I wanted to use him. I don't know if I'm going to use him next season, but just want to send him out on loan, and we'll see what happens. But now, exactly what I was talking about, the big episode. we made it to the semifinals of the Carabao Cup, and we're traveling to the Emirates Stadium. Huge deal. Like, I mean, I understand the Carabao Cup. There's teams, you know, you'll have like Burton Albion who just kind of luck into it. We have kind of lucked into the position we're in, but now that we're in the semifinals, anything can happen. And I don't always show the opponent's lineup, but you know, this is my first time playing Arsenal, so I figured I'd show you what they're looking like. So they got Runnerson in goal, Sayuncu and Grau Cesar center backs, Oliveira Gonçalves right back, Lopez left back, Smith Walsh defensive mids, Doku Martinelli outside mids, Cottrell attacking mid, and Adam Armstrong at striker. So I think their defense is pretty weak, but Doku, Martinelli, and Armstrong, they're pretty good. But now here's the lineup. So it says a 5-2-3, but that's because I play the attacking mid as a center forward, just because I like the behavior of the players as center forward better. But Jaskonski's in goal, Todibo, Akanjani and Denayer center backs, Edwards, Fabry are the wing backs, Gergic, Shibato center mids, Tavares is the center forward / attacking mid, and Mabimbi and Cueto are the strikers. I think we have a decent chance to, if not win this game, at least push Arsenal. But I mean, you guys did just see their lineup. I could be totally wrong, and those could be some very good players, but I really don't think so. And here are the highlights from this game.
Oh, a perfectly timed pass. Chance maybe. And a goal! And a goal! Can they forge ahead? They do! A glorious chance. And it goes! Can he put them in front? He does!
So yeah, it turns out their players were decent. I mean, we did lose the game 3-2. But it was a pretty even game. Like, I mean, you should look at the stats. Shots on target, they had 2 more, so it obviously makes sense. They scored 1 more goal. They had more possession, but you know, we don't really play possession style. Overall, it was a very good game, and I'm pretty sure the Carabao Cup semifinals is a 2-legged affair. So I think that we will be facing them again. If not, I'm totally mistaken, and I look like an idiot. But I really, for some reason, think there is a second leg. So, a little bit of transfer news. Innocent Guede is going on a short loan move to SKN St. Polten for the rest of the season. Peter Morris is going to Aldovisi for 1.75 million. Wasn't playing at all. Don't mind the extra money. And we have a little bit of bad news. This was something that it's been building all season long, and it was bound to happen. Dan Happ will be departing the club. He's one of the original players. He's been one of our starting center backs since the entire series started. I mean, this is season 6 now, and just this season with the quality of players that I brought in, he wasn't going to be playing. He's not Premier League quality, which it kind of confuses me why he's going to join Bundesliga side RB Salzburg. It's unfortunate to see him go. He will be missed. He was our rock in defense for a very, very long time. I mean, he was with us, the entire time up through the Premier League. But, he even started in the Premier League, so. But this season, it just wasn't meant to be. Gonna miss you, Dan, but best of wishes to you. No hard feelings. So I'm not an idiot. There is a second leg to the Carabao Cup semifinal. The lineup is the exact same, and hopefully in this game, the result is not the same. Here are the highlights.
And in it goes! How important is it going to be? And there it is! Fruitful looking attack. He's in with a chance. And this time... Oh, it's good!
And looky what we have here. Little Leyton Orient. Advancing on aggregate. 6-5. No, that's not right. 5-4. There we go. 3-1 victory. They played a little bit of a stronger side, I believe, but regardless, we we played decently well. Like if you saw the last game, the shots and targets we were down in. Same with possession, it was a lot bigger of a difference. But this game really tried to control the game a little bit more, and it really worked out. And now we will be heading to the Carabao Cup final, so we have a chance to win some major trophies. And if I'm not mistaken, if you win the Carabao Cup, you get into the Europa League qualifiers. So we could be in Europe next season. But we gotta do a little bit of player management first. Yu Hoffmann, the attacking mid from Germany. He's 17 years old, 64 overall, 74 to 82 potential. He's requested to join the first team. I'm going to send him up, but probably just going to sell him right after this, so probably see that quickly. So Sinan Selik, the Turkish center back, he's 62 overall, 86 to 92 potential. So he's obviously going to be good. I mean, he's 6'3", he's a lefty as well, so you can put him at left center back. He could be a really good weapon for us. I really would like to use him in the future, but obviously not now. Probably send him on a couple of loan spells, but he could be one for the future. Jonah Meyer is also joining the first team, switching him from obviously attacking mid to center forward. Good pace, good dribbling. If we can just increase the shooting and passing stats, he's going to be a very good player for us in the future. Justin van der Laan is a right back who I'm switching to right wing back from the Netherlands. Yeah, I mean, he probably won't play that much because I think Edwards is really proving himself and he's playing very well right now. But again, Edwards could get hurt. I could end up selling him if I want to start van der Laan instead. Who knows? Faith Gersebe, the Turkish attacking mid, 5-star, 5-star, very good at passing, will be joining the first team. I think even if he doesn't end up being that good overall wise, I could end up actually using him just because of the fact, I mean, he's 5-star, 5-star, and he can pass the ball. So attacking mid, that's kind of what I want. So, I mean, realistically, he could be exactly what I'm looking for. So, joining the goalkeeping department is Aziz El Ghali, the Egyptian goalkeeper. He's got 5-star weak foot. So, he's definitely unconventional at the goalkeeping position, but I do really like the look of him. I mean, he's only 6 feet tall, but I don't think that'll really be that big of an issue. And he could be a very good second choice goalkeeper. Melvin Vanderberg. He is a right wing from the Netherlands, but I'm converting him to right wing back because I don't really need him to be all that defensive. I mean, his defending's decent already, physical's decent, but if I can just get him to that right wing back and he can play like an attacking right wing back, just provide a little bit of something different off the bench, I think that's all I could ask for from him. And we are finally done with the Youth Academy players that most likely will never see the field. And we are now traveling to Wembley Stadium in the Carabao Cup final to face Liverpool. This is Liverpool's lineup, and boy, does it look good. Alisson's in goal, Durate, Lenglet, center backs, Trent Alexander-Arnold, right back, Andy Robertson, left back, Fabinho, defensive mid, Curtis Jones and Ruben Neves, center mids, Rainier, center forward, and Salah and Mane up on the wings. Now I know we're 6 seasons in, so I think that Fabinho's probably really old and not that good. Salah is probably old and a little bit less pacey. Mane is probably just about to decline. Robertson and Alexander-Arnold are probably even better. Alisson's probably even better. Jones is probably even better. Same with Neves, same with Rainier. So I mean, this is a legit team. Like this is a solid squad. And here's our team. It's the same as always because we're not a big club, don't have the money / players to just be rotating through, and this is how I usually play anyway. So here are the highlights, and let's just really hope we can somehow win the game.
Must score! Good defending to prevent the chance. Another block. There it is! He's in behind. And a goal! And it might be. And with that, they take. And he's lost. Mane!
That was probably the worst way to lose a game. Extra time winner, after we had the lead. We were up 2-1 at one point. Then they come back. I mean, you just gotta look at the stats. I mean, they had 70% possession, twice as many shots on target, more than twice as many shots. The passing accuracy was 5% higher. Like, it was gonna be a tough game to begin with, but just to lose in that fashion, so close to penalties and extra, it just wasn't the way it was supposed to happen. And honestly, it's really disappointing because, I mean, yeah, they have a really good team. I think we also have a pretty decent team, but I mean, there's no point talking about it now. It's over. We lost. Just gotta keep moving. And the bad news continues. Lucas Grgic, one of our starting center mids, broke a metatarsal. He broke a toe. He's out for 7 weeks. As if we didn't need him now more than ever. We needed to bounce back from that unfortunate loss. We lose again. Not good. Especially when we're about to face Manchester United at home in the 6th round of the FA Cup. So the team is the exact same, except for Grgic is obviously out. So Karayan Panu is in. I think making his first appearance for the game for the team this entire season. It's good. It's gonna be tough against this Manchester United side. So this is the team. I mean, they got Dean Henderson in goal, Lindelof, Jimenez center backs, Grimaldo left back, Wan-Bissaka right back, Justinho, Neves, and Garner defensive mids, Diallo, Rashford on the wings, Fernandez attacking mid, Nunez striker. I'm not that impressed with the defense. I mean, I think Lindelof hasn't really improved that much. I don't know how good Grimaldo and Wan-Bissaka are. I know Jimenez is very good, but Justinho, Neves, and Garner look like they're not that good. Henderson's not that great. So we might be able to surprise a couple people with this result. And here are the highlights.
Bruno Fernandes cuts it back. And a penalty awarded. Spot kick coming up. And the referee has reached for a red card. And a goal! He was composure personified, and he's done his job from the spot. Oh, he's really opened them up here. A chance to eat into their lead. Played into the centre. Attempting the through ball. And there is the goal to give them the lead with 10 men. And in it goes, as coolly as you like. Never in any doubt from the spot. Grimaldo, Rashford in the middle. A goal! How about that? He's put it away to make it a hat-trick. Can they cover up? Can he find the net? And a goal! He's put it away. A celebratory moment.
Well, I think we surprised a lot of people, not exactly for our offensive performance, but defensive performance. They had 12 shots on target. They had 17 shots in total. But every single one of our shots was on target, and we scored 3 goals out of 5 shots. So, you can look at that, positives, negatives. I mean, they dominated the possession, but that's not exactly a surprise. But yeah, I mean, this is 2 tough losses in a row. and honestly 2 games where I thought it easily could have gone our way. But that's not how this works. So another player that will be joining the first team, he's asked to go up, is Jan Kuiper. I'm switching him to attacking mid from the Netherlands, good passing, but he has to go up, so he gets to go up. So youth scouting, is just kind of heading into next season as well. We're going to be going to Asia, Korean Republic, 9 months, get me any players. Same with Japan and China. I really just don't really care that much about the youth academy anymore, honestly, because none of these players are going to see the field. So Dragostine Koser, who was out with a loan to buy deal with Turkish side Basaksehir, wherever that's called, he's leaving the club. He won't be missed. He didn't have that great of potential. Actually, no. I'm thinking of a different person. I accepted this transfer offer. I'm thinking of a different person. My bad. So this man's going to be joining the first team. Jacob Schaefer, 66 overall goalkeeper. He's decent, but potential is only 71 to 85, so he most likely won't see the field ever. Also joining the first team is this man, Dries Van Hoof. Center mid with 75 dribbling, 65 passing, 69 pace. I think he legitimately could be a player that we use down the line, especially with that 82-94 potential. If it increases quick enough, he could replace maybe Shibato with that center mid position, especially because I think his overall's a lot lower than what I personally think it should be. I think it's just that low because of his defending, but when you play with a 5-back, you don't exactly need your center mids to do that much defending, so he could be a pretty good player for us. Then there's Yosu Diagni. I don't know if I said that right. Defensive mid. He's got 5-star, 5-star, very high potential, so obviously he's going to be going out on loan and hopefully making a difference next season, or like 3-4 seasons from now. Vince Verschuren, a pacey winger, will be joining the first team as well. Don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's got pretty high potential, so I might be able to sell him big, but I don't know. So Domenico Guerrera will be going on a 1-year loan to Valencia, another one of my favorite clubs, for 1 year. Once next season, I mean, he won't be missed, honestly. Was not getting a single minute of playing time this season, especially with hopefully the team improving again next year. It just doesn't make sense to keep him around. Jonah Meyer will be going on a 2-year loan to Swiss side FC Sion, just hoping that he can improve in those 2 years and come back better. Innocent Guede has been sold to SKN St. Polten. I believe that was on his loan to buy. As well as Patrick Abrahamson, but we got him for 12.3 mil, considering he never played. I don't think he ever played substantial minutes for the club. I think that's pretty good. I mean, he would have been, but I mean, transfers happen. So this season we did only finish 14th. I mean, we weren't getting relegated, but we also weren't going to be challenging for the top half. I mean, Arsenal finished in 11th, Everton finished 17th. So the Premier League's obviously a lot different now, but it would have been nice to do a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain with not getting relegated. So in the FA Cup, we got knocked out by Manchester United. You guys all saw that. I mean, if we won that game, we were 2 wins away from winning it all, but I mean, you look at the company that we were in: Manchester City, Chelsea, Man U, Leicester. Those are some tough teams. In the Carabao Cup, we did unfortunately lose the final to Liverpool 3-2. That one's probably going to sting for a little while, because that was our first chance getting some major trophies, especially with how young of a club we are, and we're second season in the Premier League. Could have been a big statement, but congrats Liverpool, you got the win. So looking at the appearances, and when I tell you guys, I usually only roll with a starting 11. Each season, this is proof I do that. Dzkonski, Tabibo, Fabri, Mabimbi, Edwards, Shibato, Tavares, Cueto, Akanji, Denayer. These starting 11, they all appeared in, except for Denayer, 50 or more games. They literally play every single game. I don't do well with rotating the squad. I play the players I want to play, and they perform. So Tavares ended up being our top goal scorer with 25 goals, but Mabimbi was just behind him with 23. Cueto also finished with a clean 11, and surprisingly, Shabato finished with 11. Mabimbi led the team in assists with 14, Tavares was second with 11, and Grgic finished with 7. And surprisingly, Akanji finished with 3. But looking at the value of our players now, this is always just kind of something interesting I do. I mean, Tavares is an 88 overall now. He's worth over 230 million. And that's just in his value, not even transfer value. Like, I could probably sell him. He'd probably be worth $300 million. I mean, look at Mabimbi and Cueto. They're both around that 150 million mark. I mean, Fabry as a left wing back, he's up over 50 million. Like, this team is heading in a very good direction. And so this season, the club wants us to finish mid-table. I don't think 14th counts as that. They want us to reach the round 16 stage in the FA Cup. Reached round 6, so we definitely did that. Carabao Cup, made it to the final. Did not win Manager of the Month or Manager of the Year. The biggest transfer offer that we paid was for a Kanji of 41.5 mil. The highest transfer fee we received was for Moreira with that 53.5 mil. This season we played 53 games. We drew 9 of them, but we lost and won 22, and we scored and allowed 86 goals. So this is pretty much the most average season you could have. We won as many as we lost. We scored as many as we allowed. I don't think I could do this if I tried. So looking at us overall, I mean, not much has really changed. But club record, we've now played 338 games, winning 158 of them, drawing 79, losing 109. We've passed the 500 goal mark as we scored 511, but we have also allowed 419 goals. So yeah, this was a quite long, joyful, depressing, strange episode. Like, honestly, the fact that we made it to the Carabao Cup Final 1 was strange. The fact that we lost in such a dramatic fashion was strange. The fact that we lost to Manchester United 5-3 in a offensive slugfest. We got 14th despite making it to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup and final of the Carabao Cup. It was just a little bit strange. I mean, next episode, starting next season, I really have high aspirations for the club. I mean, you saw Tavares, he's an 88 overall. I don't want us to turn into like a Wilfried Zaha situation where he's a really good player, but the team around him is just horrendous and they don't do well. So I really think next season should be and could be our season to really push ourselves forward. But I don't have anything else left to say, except thank you guys for watching, and it is J Beebs signing off.